If you're working in rock and you're trying to decide between a chain cutter and a drum cutter, choosing the wrong one can cost you a lot of time and a lot of money. I get this question all the time. Contractors call and ask Scott, should I be using a chain cutter or a drum cutter? The honest answer is, it depends on the job. They're both rock cutting tools, but they're built for completely different applications. When you pick the right one, production goes up, cost goes down, the job runs smoothly. Pick the wrong one and you can end up fighting the machine all day long. Before we get into the differences, let me give you a little context. I'm not just someone selling attachments. My family owns a construction company called T&C Contracting. For years, we did what most contractors do when they hit rock. We ran hydraulic breakers. But over time, we started seeing the same problems a lot of breaker contractors deal with. Breakers wearing out, repair costs piling up, and production slowing down. Then we started working with rock cutters. Once we saw how much more efficient they were on the right jobs, everything changed. Today, we've replaced our breakers with a fleet of Chemrock cutters for our day-to-day work. That experience has led me to become a dealer and bring this technology to more contractors here in the United States. These cutters have actually been used across Europe for more than 40 years. They're proven machines. Most contractors here just haven't had much exposure to them yet. Now let's talk about the difference between the two main types. First, the drum cutter. Think of the drum cutter as your tool for mass rock removal. If you've got a large area of rock that needs to come out and the width of the cut isn't critical, this is the attachment you want. Drum cutters remove a lot of material quickly. They grind through rock continuously and they're incredibly productive when you're dealing with open areas. Foundations, road construction, large excavation zones, mass rock removal, those are the kinds of projects where drum cutters really shine. We saw a great example of this on our Bourbon Distillery project. On that job, we removed more than 60,000 cubic yards of rock using drum cutters. The attachment allowed us to process the rock efficiently and keep production moving. When the goal is moving a lot of material, the drum cutter is the workhorse. Now let's talk about the chain cutter. This tool is built for precision. If you look at the attachment, the big difference is the chain running down the center. That chain allows the cutter to dig extremely narrow trenches with clean vertical sides. That's a huge advantage when you're installing utilities, pipelines, or narrow foundation footings. With a drum cutter, you might remove more material than you actually need, but with a chain cutter, you cut exactly the trench width required. That means less over excavation, less material to haul away, and less concrete or backfill going back into the trench. On utility jobs, that difference can save a significant amount of money. It also increases productivity because you're not wasting time removing material that doesn't need to come out. So when the job requires narrow, precise trenching, the chain cutter is usually the better tool. When the job requires removing a lot of rock in an open area, the drum cutter is usually the better choice. A simple way to think about this is this. Drum cutters are built for volume, chain cutters are built for precision. Both tools solve rock excavation problems, they just solve different problems. And if you're still not sure which one is right for your work, we've started doing something that's really helpful to our contractors. We offer a try before you buy option. We'll bring the attachment to your job site, help install it on your excavator, and train your operator how to use it the right way. Run it on your job for a month. Once you see what it can do, most contractors decide they want to keep it. But if you decide it's not the right fit, no problem. We'll take it back and get it into the hands of the next contractor who's ready to put it to work. Because the best way to understand how these machines can do is seeing them working on your own job site. If you're looking at rock cutters and trying to figure out what makes the most sense for your work, reach out and let's talk. We've been in your boots and we're happy to help you find the right tool for the job.